Hey guys, Matt here, RCGroups.com. Sitting in front of you is an unboxed STRIX Goblin from the good people at ReadyMadeRC.com. Now this aircraft is a high-performance FPV plank-style airplane. I think it kind of looks like a football with wings, but that's a good thing because footballs are pretty aerodynamic. And from what everyone's been saying, so is the Goblin. It's actually very aerodynamic. So this is the usual stuff with STRIX. You get a box with a bunch of boxes inside. Alright, first thing you'll notice is that they threw in a set of really awesome STRIX shades. You're going to need these when you fly the Goblin because you do look pretty darn cool. Here's the wings. There's one. It's got Metal Gear servos in there, and you can hear those gears going. So we've got a carbon strip here, carbon strip here, and carbon on the elevon. Looks really nice. Wing number 2. I like the servo covers for reducing aerodynamic drag. Got a square spar and 4 wing bolts. Look at that. This is it. This thing is built for you and ready. Very nice looking airplane fuselage, plastic, molded, injection molded plastic, just like the Stratosurfer. Front end looks a lot like it. You got your intakes on either side. You've got some grip tape here for launching because you really can't hold on to this fuselage anywhere else but right there when you launch it. Wings go right in. 2217 2300 kV Cobra motor. Let's take a look inside. You got your no guesswork lock unlock. Obviously you wouldn't want to fly it like that. Pull the top off. We got a 60 amp ESC already in there. You've got your deck on the back to put your flight controller, and there's plenty of room in the front for a large battery. Looks like this one takes a 4S 3300. I do have that pack laying around. Right here on top, you can pop that off. You've got a deck for a pan and tilt or whatever you want to put on here. This goes right back on with a rare earth magnet, and this goes right in the front like so, and locked. And we're ready to fly, except for we don't have our wings on, but it's really not difficult to put this thing together, so let's go ahead and do it. Goes right in like that. Now those servo wires are going to come through, but I'm not going to do that, just to put this together like so. Alright, there we go. Loose fit, but fit nonetheless, and the screws will hold it down. Once this thing goes together, you really don't need to take the wings off unless, I mean seriously, you're putting it in a backpack or on a motorcycle or something. It's so small, you could put this in a hatchback and not have any problems. I'm going to go ahead and build this one out. We'll take the build photos and get ready for the maiden, so stand by. Alright everybody, we're out here at my favorite spot overlooking the valley to fly the STRIX Goblin today. This is a high-performance plank from ReadyMadeRC. I would say it's like a flying football. It's a little more streamlined on the nose than a football, but it's fast, and I would say it's akin to a souped-up fun jet. 100 miles an hour, 110 straight and level. I got it up to like 130 in a dive when I pulled straight out of the dive, and that's GPS ground speed, of course. I do have it on 1.2. For the VTX, you can see the antenna mounted here, and then the VTX inside of there. I've got the Run Cam Eagle on the nose here, and I have a Vector inside with the GPS mounted right inside under here. You can see the antenna sticking out back. This is the Dragon Link 433, and it does not get into the prop. Gives you great signal. This plane is very aerodynamic, and you want it to be. You don't want to have antennas sticking out all over the place. I think mounting the antenna under here is the best way to go. It still gets great range. You can fly for a long time, especially on a 4S 3300 that STRIX recommends. Now, the plane's fast. Like I said, 100 miles an hour straight and level. It lands a little bit quick at about 35 miles an hour. Launch is super easy at a little over half throttle. and it's overall just a very exciting plane to fly. Now I don't have any wind, so I'm going to show you how this plane performs, how you can just yank and bank it around even at terminal velocity. So I'm ready to show you what she can do. Now I don't have an HD camera on it because again it just drags it, makes it too slow. So I'm just going to show you the FPV feed. You can put an HD camera on it, just put it right on top or out here on a wing or something like that. Just make sure that you weight it down on the other side and that you hit that CG right on the money. So let's go ahead and fly the Goblin. I'll show you how well she does. All right, time to launch the STRIX Goblin. A little over half throttle, throw it at about a 15-degree angle or so. Flies right out. Here we go. All right, we are airborne with the Goblin. Launched at a little over half throttle. You don't want to use any more because it's going to torque roll. Short wingspan and a lot of power equals rolling over upside down on launch. So half throttle, about 16 amps does it. Now we just turned on the 2D hold, so we're flying by wire with the Eagle Tree Vector. Right around 8 amps, I'd say. Under half throttle, we're already doing almost 70 miles an hour. 69, 73, 74 at 10 amps. Here we are getting down low to the ground. Again, I'm only doing 10 amps, and here we are at almost 75 miles an hour with the STRIX Goblin. This thing is very slippery in the air. All right, pushing it to full throttle, about 35 amps, really close to the ground. And took the airspeed indicator, the GPS a minute to catch up, but we're a little over 100 miles an hour right then. Pull back to idle and climb out, do a victory roll for the heck of it. Back to about half throttle of 13 or 14 amps. And we're already doing 75 miles an hour. Wide open again, through the trees at 95. And going over the plateau just about 10 feet off the ground. Pull full vertical, couple of victory rolls, and then turn that into a dive. Full throttle, 100 miles an hour on the deck. Here we are coming out of a dive, 80 miles an hour at half throttle. Pretty amazing airplane. Once again on the deck, wide open. We've now reduced the amps a little bit because the voltage on the pack is dropping just a little. So now when we were wide open, we were only at about 30 amps, high 20s sometimes. A little bit less than that full pack had to offer earlier of about 36, 35 amps. But still, 100 miles an hour. Here we are down through the trees. Nice slow roll. Still hauling the mail here. All right, now we're doing some stall testing with it. As you see, I'm pulling 0.3 of an amp. I've got it all the way down to idle, and I'm pulling back slowly on the stick, 40, 39, 36, 35, 34. We start hitting about 28 miles an hour and things get a little bumpy, but it doesn't tip stall. I do not have any sort of gyro on, so I'm just trying to stall it, and it doesn't want to tip stall at all, which is very nice. 24 miles an hour, that's just about it. Time to get back to business. Wide open throttle, dive in, and then pull back to half throttle. 80 mile an hour across my head. That was kind of scary. Roll inverted and push over, and then back in. I really like skimming the trees and getting down low with this thing. Here I am shooting the gap. It's still kind of scary, even with no wind out, because your reaction times are slim to none. Here I am shooting again. This is really close to a pipe sticking out of the ground. Watch this. Coming in really tight, and PVC pipe, whoa, almost impaled the Goblin on a PVC pipe. That kind of scared me. That was fun. All right, 4,000 milliamp pack. I got 3,000 spent. I guess I'm going to go ahead and land here. Our pack is at nominal voltage, so that's pretty good. I'm lining up, I'm back at idle, pulling in, it's sinking pretty hard, so I'm going to put it down in some heavy reeds over here. There's really nowhere else to land, and it's about 39 miles an hour. Boom! Uh-oh, lost the camera feed for a second. Something happened there. I think it was a bad connection. Alright, there you go. That's a 10-minute, 11-minute flight with the Goblin. Very fast, very agile plane. I ended up putting it down out there in the tall grass because there's really no place safe to land except for these gravel roads around here. She flies really well. It's a super fast plane. 10 minutes of flight's pretty darn good for a 3300 4S. You know, you have a pair of them and you can fly fast, low, and on the throttle the entire time. If you dial it back, you could probably get 20 minutes out of this plane pretty easily for long range runs and things like that. But anyway, thanks for watching my review of the STRIX Goblin from ReadyMadeRC, and happy flying.